1,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds. Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
Remember, the Force will be with you.
What's up, guys? Your boy, Benny. Hey, listen, it's never a great idea to have the theater kids taking over Congress. This is actually literally a member of Congress. He's a Democrat named Jared Moskowitz. And he wore a rubber mask to the Joe Biden impeachment hearing today. A rubber mask with Vladimir Putin on it. Maybe to remind us that Joe Biden took millions of dollars from a Putin-connected oligarch. I don't know. Maybe to just remind us that the people in Congress don't deserve our respect and are like creepy little men. Look how little this guy is. Is this guy even 4 feet tall? He's like the size of a Ukrainian gymnast. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, he also has the mental intellect of a Ukrainian gymnast. He is no genius. The Democrats' entire demonstration today during the impeachment hearing of Joe Biden was a absolute fabulous embarrassment. Every single time they tried to like score one over on Republicans, they were absolutely clapped back real hard. Here's Jared Moskowitz trying to badger the witness for the Republicans, Tony Bobulinski.
You personally, do you believe he should be impeached?
I do.
Okay, and you believe that because you believe Chairman Comer has proven that he committed a high crime and misdemeanor?
No, because I know that he committed high crimes and misdemeanors.
Okay.
I was involved and saw them happen.
Right, but obviously...
Okay, so, that's why I'm here. I'm a witness. It also didn't go great for AOC when she tried the exact same thing. Hey, do you know of any crimes of the Bidens?
Did you witness the president commit a crime? Is it your testimony today?
Yes.
And what crime have you witnessed?
How much time do I have to go?
How much time do I have to go through it? AOC, of course, providing some of the greatest sound bites for our viewing pleasure, like this.
Specifically.
You asked me to answer.
RICO is not a crime. It is a category. What is the
It's a category of crime.
Okay, so listen, they're not sending their best, okay? Clearly. But Republicans were. Republicans were sending their best. And one of the best questioners, without a doubt, and we watched all 8 hours of this hearing, we were live for all 8 hours of this hearing, was Byron Donalds. Byron Donalds brought the actual receipts, the true paper trail of Chinese communist money going directly to Joe Biden's bank account. Byron Donalds literally did his research and laid out the receipts, laid out all of the payments, and like showed exactly what the Biden family was doing. This was probably the finest evidence demonstration by any member today. Byron Donalds, take it away.
Into Sarah Jones Biden's account on the same day she withdrew it from Lion Hall. I want to submit that.
Without objection to order.
Last document. On September 3rd, 2007, from Sarah Biden's own personal account, there is a check that is written to Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr., the President of the United States today, for $40,000, signed loan repayment. A loan repayment, by the way, that Joe Biden's own personal accountant, Mr. Eric Schwerin, has no record for. I want to submit that for the record, Mr. Chairman.
Without objection to order.
To the members of the committee, it is clear that the source of this money came from CEFC, and that CEFC is a company that is directly linked to the CCP and actually the chairman of the CCP, the chairman of the Chinese Communist Party, Chairman Xi Jinping. With that, I yield.
In the corresponding interviews, you can sort of see why Byron Donalds is a top contender for the vice presidency with Donald Trump. Donald Trump, apparently there was a list released of potential VPs, and Byron Donalds was way at the top. Joe Biden is simply the master of disaster. He's a terrible, terrible president. The American people know this. Polling demonstrates that. And you can see the fact that his family is corrupt. Byron Donalds was on Fox News quickly after his commentary laying out the Biden crime family and exposing exactly how bad things have gotten. Check it out.
Who was Hunter Biden's former business partner. Let's listen to a little bit of what he said here.
It is clear to me that Joe Biden was the brand being sold by the Biden family. His family's foreign influence peddling operation from China to Ukraine and elsewhere sold out to foreign actors who are seeking to gain influence and access to Joe Biden and the United States government.
He also made some compelling statements now 3.5 years ago on the sidelines of that lone debate in Nashville. He did it again today, but the needle hasn't moved appreciably on this case since he originally said what he said.
Well, look, it's good to be with you. I will tell you that what's really moved is that we've been able to bring in all of the documentary evidence to support what Mr. Bobulinski has said. He also testified in hearing today that which basically discredits everything that Jim Biden said under oath and what Hunter Biden said under oath. And at the end of the day, what was clearly proven by the testimony to this point is that Joe Biden did know about what was happening. He was involved with the business dealings, and that they really structured everything to give Joe Biden plausible deniability. They didn't want Joe Biden on a text message or an email, but he did meet with Tony Bobulinski. He did meet with Yelena Baturina, and they were extensive meetings, not just a hi and saying, how's the weather, the way Jim Biden and Hunter Biden like to portray.
All right, so be that as it may, Congressman, there seems to be little argument that the Biden brand is what Hunter Biden, potentially Jim Biden, was selling as well. But where is the evidence of wrongdoing on the president's part, and how long can you continue this investigation without that evidence?
Well, first, we're going to continue the investigation to get all of the information. There are still financial records that we have not been able to acquire, that we have subpoenaed, we have requested, but we haven't gotten those yet. But already look at what you already have right now. You have Hunter Biden, who was an unregistered foreign agent, was operating overseas during the time when Joe Biden was vice president of the United States. Just that alone is Joe Biden allowing his son to be an unregistered foreign agent, a violation of federal law. And so you have the situation where the former vice president, the current president, allowed his son and his brother to represent interests abroad without registering. Paul Manafort was thrown in jail for that. And Hunter Biden, they tried to give him a slap on the wrist. That's evidentiary piece number one. Number two, we've now proven that he did take money from foreign sources and that his family was acting as conduits for that money to conceal that fact from the American people. That is bribery from foreign sources. I think the question you're asking is, what's the next step for the House? We're going to continue our investigation to have all the evidence. We're not like the Democrats. We're not just going to jump to an impeachment with no information and no facts.
Yeah, my question actually was, where's the smoking gun? But, I mean, maybe down the road we'll see that. I want to ask you one other question quickly because it deals with the state of Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis, in an interview, suggested that the transportation system is up and running in the Sunshine State, and that if Haitians begin to land on Florida shores en masse, they may be quickly transported to other beaches in Martha's Vineyard. Do you support that?
I do. Look, the fact of the matter is what's happening in Haiti is yet another disaster of Joe Biden and his foreign policy. Late to the game, asleep at the wheel, not knowing what's going on, and catastrophe strikes. The people of Florida should not be left with the burden of migrants coming from Haiti because of Joe Biden's dereliction of his duty. So that needs to be spread around the country. If it's Martha's Vineyard, so be it. The bigger issue we are having is that because of Joe Biden's reckless border policy, you don't have room in the United States to take in people seeking asylum from Haiti because of the actual catastrophe there. Joe Biden's letting 10 million illegal immigrants into the country with no real cause, no real reason, and now the country is overwhelmed. This is Joe Biden's fault, and so we need to make sure in Florida that Florida is protected. So I agree with the governor and his stance.
All right, we'll keep watching that situation because Haiti is literally coming unglued. We expect that we'll see a lot of people trying to get out soon. Congressman Byron Donalds, great to...
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, probably the most shocking moment was Marjorie Taylor Greene straight up saying that Xi Jinping was somebody working directly with Joe Biden on these corrupt deals. This is a absolutely astonishing clip. This proves treason, right? I mean, this is like treasonous. Isn't China our geopolitical foe? Isn't China like one of the biggest worries that we have as a country? Why are there 20,000 Chinese nationals that have flooded across our border through military installations, by the way, that the Chinese have set up in Central America? Don't make no sense. But Joe Biden's doing deals with them. Joe Biden's doing deals directly with Xi Jinping. Marjorie Taylor Greene finding that out today. Watch.
Let me show you another message. This message doesn't call Zhang Chairman Zhang, does it? It just says the Chinese want to do business with the Bidens. As a matter of fact, it says both coming to be my partner, to be partners with the Bidens, with an S. He, Zhang, has implied that the number one has made it clear and available to him. Who is the number one?
The number one is Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping, the president of China? Yes or no? The leader of the Communist Party, the CCP?
Yes.
Is the number one?
Yes, that's the number one that Hunter was referencing in that message.
So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care which way you slice it. It was not a great showing for Democrats. I wouldn't argue that it was the best showing for Republicans either. I would have liked to have seen a lot harsher questioning. I would have liked to have seen probably a lot more sharper, more pointed avenues of discourse in this. Like, I think that Matt Gaetz should have probably asked every single question for Republicans. But you know what? What can you do, right? What can you do? You got to take your moments here, and you got to understand that what this is doing is just erosion of Joe Biden. That's what's happening. This is just like personal and professional erosion of Joe Biden and his character. Joe Biden is a deeply duplicitous, like evil person. He is just a grotesque individual, and they have like the mask over him that he's like some kind of ginger old grandfather that just loves everyone except for his one grandchild, right, that he refuses to acknowledge. So we're cracking that mask. We're ripping that mask off and showing Joe Biden to be like the angry, vicious, visceral, willing to sell out America old bastard that he actually is. And that's what we do here. You should join us. Like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Benny. See ya.